Good Sunday evening, everyone. Welcome to CBS 3 Eyewitness News at 10 o'clock, exclusively on the CW Philly. Today is July 17th. Thanks for joining me. I'm filling in for Carrie Corrado, my favorite news reporter, despite the fact that Uncle Joe is not here. Let's go to meteorologist Tammy Souza, my auntie, for her first check on tonight's forecast. Auntie Tammy, take it away. I like your orange dress.
Risk. Here is the outlook area. Now it's the marginal risk. So that is level 1 of 5. Typically, we wouldn't have a tornado threat in this, but we have enough spin in the lower levels of the atmosphere that it is potentially now on the table. Down the shore, you are not in this risk. Doesn't mean you won't have a gusty or strong thunderstorm. It just means all the rest of our area is under the risk of these damaging winds, isolated tornadoes, and very heavy downpours. Right now, clouds are in place, and we do have one little line of storms. These are actually pretty strong storms making their way toward Lancaster County and toward Berks County. So this will be into the Reading area within the next 30 minutes, and this is going to continue to cross the area. It's just the leading edge of several waves of storms, but this is not what is coming through tomorrow. What is coming through tomorrow, you can't see. There's a little swirl here, and there is a cold front that's now making its way through Cincinnati. That cold front will be the trigger point for our severe weather. Right now, 82 balmy degrees in Philadelphia. It is 77 in Allentown, 75 in Millville. We made it into the upper 80s today. Tonight, we're looking at 73, mostly cloudy with an isolated shower or storm. I will track all the storms when I come back, and we're also going to talk about a dangerous heat wave that's headed up.
Ooh, a dangerous heat wave. You know I'm definitely gonna sweat like a sweat box. Thanks, Auntie Tammy. Stay on top of the strong storms and heat with the CBS Philly Weather app. It's for Apple and Android devices. Tomorrow is the NCAA convention, and that's where Vice President Kamala Harris will be back. It's going to take place at Atlantic City, Atlantic County, New Jersey. So a lot of people are being concerned about what's going to happen. Eyewitness News reporter Alicia Roberts, my aunt, is joining us live at the CBS 3 newsroom. Auntie Alicia, happy to see you tonight. Take it away with your report.
People are excited. The anticipation is high.
Vice President Kamala Harris set to keynote the 113th annual NAACP convention in Atlantic City Monday morning, the first held in person since COVID.
I can't think of a better highlight for this convention than for the vice president, the first female, first woman of color to come to this convention.
Harris is expected to speak on key issues including the economy, global warming, and gun safety, with the midterm elections less than 4 months away.
Atlantic City encapsulates many of the concerns that we have in this country. About 6 blocks from the convention center is a public housing development, 424 units called Stanley Homes, where there are people who are, the youngsters are on reduced lunch. The parents are making $12, $13 an hour. Some of them are working 2 or 3 jobs.
100 local youth will also be in attendance.
I'm hoping, and I think I speak for all the delegates, that young women of color see in her a person who has risen to the second highest office of the country. And that tells them that they can do that.
The convention is expected to infuse more than $10 million into the Atlantic City economy.
Value of people coming here and seeing how well they're going to be treated, seeing the amenities of Atlantic City, that's going to be repeat visitors.
After the convention, the vice president is scheduled to meet with several prominent New Jersey lawmakers to discuss reproductive health care. That includes emergency medical services as well as contraception. This, of course, follows the Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Carrie, this is the vice.
Yep. The Roe v. Wade incident should not have happened like this. Thank you, Auntie Alicia. Stay on top with CBS 3 for continuing coverage on the Vice President's visit as she addresses the entire nation. You can always get live updates on CBSPhilly.com and CBS News Philly too. To the latest now on a developing story on this Sunday evening. 3 people were killed and 2 more were wounded during a mall shootout in Indiana. It happened at Greenwood Park Mall at 6 o'clock tonight. Police said a man with a rifle started to open fire. No word on anybody else's injuries. To the latest now on What happened at Lincoln Financial Field? A man was killed in an escalator. All that happened on Thursday evening. He fell about 40 feet. Then he died soon after the incident happened. Lincoln Financial Field is the official home of the Philadelphia Eagles. A man was shot 6 times in Juniata Park. He's critically injured, and the incident happened on L and Pike Streets. No arrests have been made by police. To the latest now on the Texas school tragedy, some lawmakers explained that numerous failures happened during and after the shooting happened in Uvalde on May 24th. We do want to warn you that the video you see is both unsettling and disturbing. Elise Preston, my aunt, is joining us live at the scene of the crime. Go ahead, Aunt Elise.
There were 376 officers on scene, local, state, and federal, lacking clear leadership and basic communications, prioritizing their own safety over saving innocent lives.
Several officers in the hallway or in that building knew or should have known there was dying in that classroom. And they should have done more, acted with urgency. Tried the door handles, tried to go in through the windows, tried to distract him.
The 3 members of the investigating committee released their findings Sunday in a meeting with families of the victims, 19 students and 2 teachers. Their 77-page report found the shooter fired about 100 rounds in the first 3 minutes, so it's likely many victims died quickly. But the report suggests some could have survived if they had not had to wait so long for rescue.
They're a joke. They got no business wearing a badge.
Vincent Salazar is the grandfather of 4th grader Layla Salazar. He got his report but did not stay for the meeting, deeply suspicious of the investigation that has been marred by false statements from public officials.
Everybody's covering up for everybody else.
So far, much of the blame has been put on Uvalde School Police Chief Pete Arredondo for his role as incident commander. But investigators suggest there were plenty of better trained and better equipped officers who could have and should have stepped up.
That's absolutely right. Somebody should have done something right there. Thank you, Aunt Elise. The time right now was 8 minutes to 10 o'clock on this Sunday night. There's more news to get to, so don't touch that dial, everybody.